you've met Josiah, he is so full of life. He just loves to have conversations with you. He loves to hang out with you. He is very articulate. He's very smart and very in tune with his body. Anything you can think of being boy, this was Josiah. The day he was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, he slept all day long.
It all started when I started to be less energetic and had to go potty a lot more. I came down the stairs and said, something's wrong in my body.
So he laid down in front of our little space heater and had a blanket on him. And I remember that day I took pictures of him because he looked so peaceful laying there. I figured it was some sort of infection. Okay, he's having a hard time fighting whatever this is. His little 5-year-old body's not keeping up with it. I was trying to do the mom thing, take care of him, but something in me was telling me, your kid's not okay. And that's really hard as a mom because I did not want anything to be wrong with my perfect little boy. I knew in my gut that I should have taken him in, but you try to rationalize all these symptoms because you don't want there to be something wrong. So you're gonna rationalize anything. He was just I'm so thirsty, and just drinking and drinking. And I'm like, yeah, you're active, you're running around. I noticed him losing weight, but I thought he was losing his baby face. Oh my gosh, he's getting to be such a big boy. He was peeing more and wetting the bed because he was drinking more. That's why that's happening. And I'm watching my kid, not himself, not bubbly, not running around. And I said, no, something's not right. Something's really not right. And it was at the bottom of the steps that he collapsed.
When we took Josiah to the emergency room, it was around 10:30 at night. I think we had been there for a couple hours by the time the doctor came back in. And she came in with a diagnosis of type 1 diabetes.
And she looks at us and she goes, you guys are so lucky you brought him in last night because he likely was not waking up the next morning.
In movies, there's a loud sound, an explosion or something like that. You had that loud ringing in your ear. I heard nothing happening outside of me. I don't think I even know what the doctor had said immediately after.
Type 1 diabetes, DKA, needing a hospital stay. What do you mean he needs a hospital stay? I didn't know any of it.
It was very scary. The diagnosis came with it also. Josiah was in DKA.
He was in DKA. He already had all of the signs and markers for being in DKA. And
if we hadn't had made the decision we made when we did, we could have lost Josiah as soon as the next day. And it was hard.
So we were sitting in the hospital.
And we realized that life wasn't what we wanted it to be, or at least the way we were living it at the time.
We thought we were building something that was going to be built up to be passed to our kids and to create a better future for us. And we just noticed it was turning into something where we were missing out on things that were really, really important.
I worked out of town a lot. And I remember I would miss things like different milestones when the kids were younger. And I just got some news that our whole life was about to change. We were blindsided by the diagnosis.
It was hard. The cost was a lot for us for not knowing. Our lifestyle completely had to be rearranged. Even our marriage struggled. I thought he should have been doing it differently. He thought I should be doing it differently. I thought he needed a certain amount of sugar when he was a certain level of low. And my husband's very calm. It's be patient, give it 15 minutes, and then you can give him more. And I would get so angry with him.
We had a lot of emotions to process through, and we didn't know how to process them.
At the time, there was so much going on, we needed something, some sort of hope, some sort of excitement, an adventure. We decided to move full-time in our RV.
It was something we had never done before. We've never even stayed the night in an RV. But we knew change was necessary, and now it's wonderful. And it helps that he's inquisitive. It helps that he has got a curious mind. He's very smart. He takes care of his own blood sugar levels. He's very good. I mean, he's still a kid. He needs to be reminded from time to time, and he needs help, and we do that for him. We don't let it slow us down. We don't let it stop us. We don't let it control our lives anymore.
From the point I got type 1 diabetes to this moment now, I never gave up.
It is kind of scary to learn that you may have something like type 1 diabetes. That is a scary thing to have to deal with, but if you have the knowledge, you're prepared, you know what to do, you know what to expect. I had no idea you could screen for type 1 diabetes. No idea. We had no choice but to learn very fast.
If we had been able to get him screened, the list goes on and on of what we could have done differently instead of getting a crash course on, hey, this is what's happening in your 5-year-old's body, good luck.
Nobody should have to experience what we experienced. It was scary and traumatizing, and I'm grateful that there's screening because that gives you choices. And that's why I'm so grateful for the opportunity to partner with Sanofi and bring awareness to the importance of screening for type 1 diabetes.
The best part is I get to be with my family all the time.
Visit screenfortype1.com for more information about screening early for type 1 diabetes.